You've been denied media access. What do you do? We're going to cover this in this week's video right now. I'm Robert Maxfield. I'm a concert and music photographer in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas, and welcome to Max Concert Photography, where we talk everything concert and music photography related. We also talk a little bit of regular photography in there too. And this week, we're going to cover media access rejection. Let's face it, everyone hates to be rejected, and I'm rejected probably once, maybe twice a year for all the things and all the letters and the emails and the phone calls and the stuff I put out. Truly rejected, I'm rejected about once a year, maybe twice. So let's start out with true rejection. What is true rejection? That is when you send an email, a phone call, a text message to an artist, a venue, a manager or something, and they say, no, you're not going to photograph that particular artist. And you're going, okay. Then you start to overthink and go, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, there may be several reasons for no. And one of the reasons that got me was I went to photograph a very famous country music artist who's older in age, and I got a nice rejection letter that said, no, you cannot photograph this person. And I said, okay. You had to think for a second. He's in his 90s, and he may not feel like dealing with photographers, and it may be nothing personal. He just doesn't want to deal with anybody, and at that point, you have to respect that person. So the first answer was push harder and find a way. If you push harder and find a way, sometimes that is appropriate. Sometimes it's not, and sometimes it can piss somebody off royally, and then you got a problem. And when that happens, they talk to other people who talk to other people, and they say, this guy really pissed me off because he was pushy and he kept doing it, and we told him no. So you have to be careful. And then you have to find another way, sometimes properly. And I actually had a country music artist that I was really interested in photographing, and I sent out a letter to him and to his management, and they said no. And I said, okay. So he had two people that I knew that were opening for him, so I approached them, and they said yes. I went and out there and photographed them, and I talked to them, and I said, hey, look, I'm having a problem photographing the headliner. You know, any help you can do is great. You know, and I'd photographed these two people before, and they're wonderful. So I went and photographed them and did what I was supposed to do. And when the headliner was coming on, I put my cameras away. I left them away. And then someone from that artist camp came up to me and said, hey, look, he saw me. He says he's going to give me the first 3 songs, and he appreciated what I did. And I thank him for letting me shoot those first 3 songs. Awesome. But I wasn't pushy, but I found a way. So the moral of that story is, if you're respectful and you do what you're supposed to, sometimes good things happen. And then there's another thing that happens. I was telling you that sometimes you get rejected by not knowing that by you thinking you've been rejected and you haven't been. One of the coolest things that happened, I had an artist approved me to photograph him, and it was fine. And then the next artist was coming up, and I'd sent her request to photograph her, and I never heard back, and I thought I got rejected. And in fact, I didn't get rejected. The fact was, she doesn't read her social media or her email or none of that stuff. She just doesn't do it. Okay, so I thought I was being rejected. My assistant Julie was sitting there, and she looked over, and we're sitting there waiting for the show to start, and we're doing pre-sound check. She looks over and she goes, "That's Mama." And I go, okay. And she goes, I stand in line with her in East Texas at the grocery store, so I know her. And I'm sitting there going, really? She goes, she looks over and yells at her, hey, you're Mama. And she goes, yeah, I am. She goes, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And she goes, we're trying to take photographs and we'd like to take photographs of her. Is it okay? And she said, well, let me call her up and ask her. I said, okay. So I had my paper portfolio there. I handed it to her. She opens it up and she goes, oh, it's Cody. She saw my work and she says, yeah, you can photograph me. She never reads her social media, her emails, none of that stuff. So she doesn't have any clue that anybody's trying to get in touch with her. You're not rejected. She just doesn't do it. Okay, and then the second answer is just move on. Okay, that's fair. There are some people out there in this that just do not like you, period. They don't like you. It doesn't matter for what reason or whatever. They just don't like you. In that case, don't badger them. Don't try to do anything. Don't be pushy. I just tell you, don't photograph them. Okay, I'm not going to photograph you, and so what? I got one band that's rejected me once, and then I sent a letter to them and to the venue and didn't hear back from them. So guess what? I'm not going to try you anymore. So that's the way that is. I shoot a lot of festivals, so it's not unusual to have one or two of the opening acts want something special, and then you take and photograph them, and then a band come up and they don't want to be shot or photographed or whatever, and I just sit there and I put my stuff away. Just put it away. Don't worry about it. That happens on occasion with some of the first bands. They just don't want it, and then the next band that comes up will say, hey, we want you to shoot us. I've actually had people walk up and say, hey, we tried to get a hold of you. Hey, we want you to photograph us. And I said, fine, okay. But if you do not want me to photograph you for some reason and you send me a letter or a notification, I'm not going to go from the crowd and do it. There is only one exception I made on my birthday last year where we went to a really nice place and I photographed an artist. I took 3 photographs with my phone after they said they would not give us an interview and photographs. And the reason I did that is this guy, to me, is just great. And so I took some photographs from my seat that he gave us, and they're on my phone, and that's it. They're just for me. But if you tell me no, I'm not going to sit from the crowd, and I'm not going to photograph you. It's in the story. Now, you may sit there and think, well, hey, this is something personal, and it may not be. There could be a number of reasons why they do not want you to photograph them. It could be from anything from the lead singer's got a big old zit on his nose to whatever. Who knows? But they don't want to be photographed for some reason. And that's it. It's not that they're being mean or anything like that. It's business. It's just the way things are. And I'm not going to buy a ticket if I've been rejected and have you tell me no and then photograph you. I've had that happen one time that I've ever done that, but I'm not going to do that. It's just no. Back when I was in college, I got assigned to photograph the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks, and my instructor gave me a telephone number and told me to call the guy up that was in control of media passes, and he would set me up and had tickets and just give him his name. Well, when I did that, the guy refused me access to the game. He wouldn't give me a media pass, and I was upset. And back in those days, the cost of tickets wasn't that much, so I bought a ticket to see the Mavericks and the Lakers, and I've got photographs of the hook shot from Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the early Dallas Mavericks. But I'm not going to buy a ticket now if you told me no and that you don't have a media pass for me. It's just not going to happen. The last one is rethink your strategy. And sometimes this is the best one because there's a lot of different reasons people don't respond to you. There's a lot of different reasons you're told no. There's a lot of different reasons for everything when it comes to media access rejection. I mean, I've shot everything from NBA, Major League Baseball, Formula One, rock concerts, country concerts, and all that. And there's a lot of reasons why people, one, they either don't know you, they don't trust you, they don't know the publication you're with. They don't feel like hassling with you. They don't like photographers in general. There's a whole lot of reasons for rejection. So the thing is, logically step back and rethink your strategy and see what you've done. That it may be as simple as, like the person I was telling you about in East Texas, didn't read her email or Facebook text or any of that stuff, and she just didn't do it. So it may not be you, but it may be something other than that. So rethink your strategy is a good way to go. And this week, we're really extremely busy. We're getting ready to go into probably our busiest time of year. We're going to do the Dallas International Guitar Festival. And here is a list of all the people that we're going to have to shoot over the 3 days at the end of this week, starting Friday to Sunday. So I may or may not have anything come up for next Monday or not. We haven't really decided yet, but it's going to get really crazy. And so it may be a couple weeks. If so, please bear with us. I'd like to thank everybody for watching Mac's Concert Photography. We do appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, man, ring the bell, do all the things. Subscribe, we appreciate it. And until we do another video and we see you, take care and have fun. Bye.